In the name of Allah, the most beneficent and the most merciful. Assalamu alaikum, all of you. How are you, lovely students? I hope you all are fine. This is Pakistan International School Types virtual learning class for the subject Science for grade 6. Today's lecture is number 9 and we are on chapter number 3, photosynthesis and respiration in plants. Today we are having our last topic of this chapter, that is respiration in plants. So let's get started. Yes, dear students, if you see today's topic, that is respiration in plants. So respiration is which process? You remember yourself. If I ask you that what is respiration, so definitely you will give me the answer that we inhale oxygen and exhale carbon dioxide. So this is respiration. Yes, that is respiration, but that is the one of the step of respiration, that is called breathing, to take in oxygen and to take out carbon dioxide. So respiration is the related process of that breathing, but respiration is done within the body in the cells. And as we have seen before, that in the plants, photosynthesis is a food making process, and respiration is opposite to that, that is food breaking process. So if we see that respiration is the energy producing process in living things, not only in human beings, in plants, but in every type of organism, respiration is food breaking process by which we get energy, and that energy is utilized for all of our uh, daily purposes. So what happened in the plants? In the plants, respiration is done throughout the day and night as well. But what happened in the daytime, photosynthesis is done in more amount. That's why we cannot just study respiration properly in the daytime, because here its total amount is less as compared to photosynthesis. But because plants are living organisms, so they respire 24 hours day and night. So what happened in the process? In this process, plants use oxygen to break down glucose into water, carbon dioxide, and energy. So just see its word equation: glucose plus oxygen, carbon dioxide plus water and energy. So what happened in that? The plants, the glucose is formed by the process photosynthesis. And when they respire, they use oxygen for to take inside the body through stomata. When they take in stomata, that is having chemical reaction with glucose, and as a result we are having a carbon dioxide, water and energy. So this is the energy which plants and all living organisms utilize for their daily activities. And as a result, carbon dioxide is also exhaled in human beings, in all living organisms as well as in plants. And that carbon dioxide is very minor in daytime, but it is very having more quantity in the night time, because in the night photosynthesis is not done, just respiration is done. So carbon dioxide is produced in more amount, and then they release water also through their stomata. So if we see, exchange of gases in the plants take place through stomata present in the leaves. So what type of exchange of gases? Intake of oxygen and exhale of carbon dioxide. So this exchange of gases takes place in two different steps. So these steps are respiration and photosynthesis. Yes, plants take in oxygen in respiration but take out oxygen in photosynthesis. They take out carbon dioxide in respiration but they take in carbon dioxide in photosynthesis. So the gases they exhale, they utilize that for the other purpose. We will see with the diagrams in the next slides, inshallah. Okay, so if we see in the daytime, what happened? Plants photosynthesize, means they do prepare oxygen as well as the main important substance, that is glucose, and produce glucose and oxygen. This is photosynthesis process, like by the help of this carbon dioxide and water and sunlight energy, they make oxygen and glucose. So it means that respiration is opposite of photosynthesis. Yes. So they use this glucose and oxygen in respiration, the same which they produce in the photosynthesis process. So while carbon dioxide and water are produced in this process, and that carbon dioxide and water are again utilized by the photosynthesis process. So these products are used in photosynthesis. So that is like give and take process. Photosynthesis is opposite to respiration. So this happens in daytime because photosynthesis is done and the products which are made in photosynthesis, they are used in respiration, and in the respiration the products which are made, the things which are produced, they are again utilized during photosynthesis. But what happened at night time? At night time photosynthesis stops. Why? Just remember it. You remember? Yes, because there is no sunlight. That's why photosynthesis stops in the nighttime. But because they are living organisms, so they do respire in the nighttime also. So respiration is a continuous process. So plants take in oxygen from the air and give out carbon dioxide and water in respiration in the night time. Okay, one very important point, that where the respiration is taken place. In chapter number 1, you have studied just like a short description of this diagram. What is this? This is mitochondria, cell organelle which is present in the cytoplasm of a cell. This is the mitochondria which produces energy. It means respiration is done in this mitochondria. So here you can see what happened. They take in oxygen, like because they are related to respiration only. So they take in oxygen and they take in glucose, which is formed in the chloroplast of the cell in the plants. Both of these things, with the help of some chemicals, there is a reaction, and the result of that reaction, carbon dioxide is released out, which the plants exhale, and also we do that same process. Water is exhaled out through the stomata and energy is formed. That energy is utilized by the plants to do daily activities. What do you mean by plants don't do any type of daily activities, but they grow, they respire, they do photosynthesis. So all these processes need energy. Okay, so if you see with this diagram, so there is a respiration process, oxygen is taken in, organic matter is taken in. Organic matter means, yes, glucose that is already produced in the leaves. So from leaves, uh, there are cells, yes, and those cells are having mitochondria, and with the help of this oxygen, which is gone, which enters into the leaves through stomata and they reaches to the cells, and glucose is already present in the cell, so by that they both react and they form carbon dioxide as a result, and energy which is used by the plants. Okay, if you see here in the night time, what happened? Oxygen is taken in and carbon dioxide is taken out as a result of respiration, because there is no sunlight, so there is no photosynthesis. But in the daytime, plants do respiration as well as photosynthesis at the same time. It means in the respiration, they take in oxygen, they take out carbon dioxide, and for photosynthesis, they take in that carbon dioxide and releases oxygen as a result. And water and minerals are continuously absorbed by the roots according to their need. Okay, let's take a look again on respiration process. So the cells break down glucose to release energy. So what happened? This is the cell and it is having this nucleus and here is mitochondria. So what happened? Glucose is broken down into smaller molecules and energy is released. So this stage 2, it is happened where this is elaborated, and the highlighted diagram, oxygen is taken in by this mitochondria and they break down glucose into smaller molecules, and that they produce water, energy and carbon dioxide. So respiration is nothing but it is the production of energy by the use of by the help of the food which we use and other living organisms use. Very important factor is what is the fact of life? Do you know that it is advised not to sleep under a tree during night? Do you know why? Why it is prohibited to sleep under the tree at night? Yes, because plants only do respiration process in the night time. So by respiration, what happened? Carbon dioxide is released. So by the releasing of carbon dioxide, there is more accumulation of the carbon dioxide under the tree. So because carbon dioxide is very much harmful for us, if the person is lying down here, so definitely the person gets suffocated or he can die even by accumulation of carbon dioxide. So some people say that there is any ghost, any jinn, any type of um, invisible organism is living over there which is doing the same thing, but it does not happen. This is the scientific issue by which in respiration water, carbon dioxide and energy is produced in the night time only, but in the daytime photosynthesis is also done side by side, so we can sleep under the tree in the daytime and we get fresh air because it is also producing oxygen, and oxygen is produced in more quantity in daytime and plants use little oxygen from that for respiration because photosynthesis um, just it happens more in daytime, as we have studied some factors which are related to the photosynthesis, in that in sunlight, if more sunlight, so more photosynthesis, more production of oxygen. So here we have seen comparison also in this topic. Comparison means how can we compare photosynthesis and respiration? We will see here in the point in this table. If you see, photosynthesis is done in the plants only, But respiration is a continuous process and it occurs in all living organisms. If we see that photosynthesis is just a food making process, but respiration is a food using or food breaking process. That's why we feel hungry after some time. We need food because by breaking food, and that's why we need oxygen while respiration, while breathing, because that oxygen with the food that we eat is used to give us energy. And if we see that photosynthesis, in photosynthesis, it traps energy to produce glucose, but in respiration, glucose is broken down to release energy. If you see this equation, so this is exactly opposite to that equation. That is contrasting or comparing equation. So do you know there is another fact that photosynthesis occurs in chloroplast of plant cells? Yes, that can be another difference or comparison between photosynthesis and respiration, that photosynthesis is done in chloroplast, but respiration is done in mitochondria, because mitochondria is present in every uh, animal and plant cell. Now you can see another comparison here. Here is photosynthesis, like this one. This is daytime, light energy is trapping, and water is utilized. 1, 2, and 3 things are utilized, and they give us oxygen and carbohydrates. Carbohydrate means glucose. Okay, and if we see here that by the help of oxygen and by the help of this glucose, energy is produced, that is that is usable material, and the raw material, water and carbon dioxide, is produced. Respiration is done in day and night time, and photosynthesis is done at daytime only. This is very good comparison and differentiation between these two, that only green plants photosynthesize, but respiration occurs in all the cells of all living things. For what? To release energy. So in photosynthesis, you can see here energy needed process, but respiration is what? Energy release process. Yes, that is opposite to photosynthesis. If you see this diagram, you see here carbon dioxide and water, they are utilized here. But if you see in respiration equation, carbon dioxide and water are made here. If you see here, we use light energy and light energy, but here what happened? Energy is released. So here we can write energy. Yes, that is plus energy, means carbon dioxide, water and energy are formed. So if you see here, glucose and oxygen are formed, and opposite to that, in respiration, that glucose and oxygen are used. So if you learn of one equation of photosynthesis, you write opposite of that in a respiration. So automatically you can learn other respiration um, equation for that. So that's all. That was our last topic of this chapter, my dear students. Now let's do exercise. So in exercise, we are having turns according to this statement. So process of producing energy by the use of glucose and oxygen. Yes, glucose and oxygen are utilized. So by that, we are having energy in the result. And what is the process? Yes, respiration. The outer protector layer of the leaf. What is that? Epidermis. Yes, the upper layer. Number third is process of making food by the use of water and carbon dioxide. Yes, definitely. Well done. That is photosynthesis. We have talked a lot about that process in this chapter. If you see number 4, green pigment in the plants. What is that? Quickly, green pigment, not the structure. Yes, that is chlorophyll, green chemical or green color pigment. Actually, this pigment is transparent, but that gives green color to the plant. That is the actual fact. It gives green color to the plants. Okay, number 5, openings in a leaf. What are they called? Yes, they are called stomata. If you write stoma, stoma is wrong because stoma is singular and stomata are plural. So here it is asked openings. Openings in the leaf, they are called stomata. Okay, the next one, if you see, choose the best answer. Stomata open to allow dash the plant. Stomata open to allow sugar into plant? No. Sugar out? No. Light into? No, because light can be easily trapped by the upper epidermis and lower epidermis. So that is carbon dioxide. It is gas. It needs some stomata to go inside. Number 2, products of photosynthesis are, yes, well done, glucose and oxygen. Wonderful. Now, I think you all remember about photosynthesis and respiration. So number 3, how does chlorophyll help a plant? Yes, it absorbs light energy into photosynthesis. Very good. Now, number 4, which is correct for leaves to make food? ABC, answer is ABC. What do you mean? Yes, the leaf is having flat surface, definitely. Presence of large number of stomata is there, yes. Thick layer of mesophyll cells, yes, these all 3. So that's why we have mentioned here number D, because all are correct for that food making process. That is photosynthesis. Number 5, respiration takes place in dash of cells. What is that? Yes, mitochondria, and photosynthesis is done in chloroplast. Well done. Okay, now there is question number 5 is identify and label the following diagram. So now I think you just understood and remembered this diagram. So this one is what? Upper epidermis. Well done. This is mesophyll cells. Yes. This is vascular bundle. This is lower epidermis. And this is, just think, yes, stoma, because this is singular. And here you will write, what is this? Structure of, internal structure of a leaf. Yes. And you can take help from your book as well, because the same diagram is mentioned in your book. Number 6 is concept map. Make the concept. Here is one point is written in your book only. That is energy. So what is energy making process? Yes, this is respiration. In respiration, with the energy, which other thing is produced? Definitely, that is carbon dioxide. Good. So here the keywords are written. So the other process opposite of respiration, that is photosynthesis. And in photosynthesis, what are the products? Good. They are glucose and oxygen. Yes, my dear students. That's all for today. I hope you understood the lesson. And by this, we have completed chapter number 3. So we will see you, inshallah, in the next lecture. Wish you all the best.